carries. Erica Hurd.
Erica Hurd, are you
Erica
here?
Hurd.
Come on up, have a seat.
Okay, we'll hold that one. Courtney Wren. Courtney Wren. Okay, is this the second time? Second, this is the second for her.
Courtney's a male.
Courtney's a guy.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
So that's 2 non-appearances?
Two non-appearances.
I'll move for denial based on 2 non-appearances.
Second.
Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carried. Okay. Jonica Glenn? Glenn?
Jonica Glenn from North 75th Street, are you here?
Okay, this is the third one. Third one for her.
Okay, move for denial based on non-appearance.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, let's see then. Tarlock,
Bhatia,
Bhatia,
come on up.
thank you. And then is this hello again?
No,
We didn't have it in front of us before?
so far, no.
Okay, so we had our usual thing that we do all the time, and you're the only one. I believe, yeah, you're the only one that served the underage person. Was that you yourself, or was that you?
No, that was my employee.
Is he still working for you?
Yeah, no. He was filling in actually. But I got many things shows here I did not sell it. So that's the first one I think.
Oh, so you brought the letters from when you, in the past?
Ben I didn't
Yeah,
sell.
yeah, yeah. This time around, they did it at 13 places.
Yeah, but actually I
12
I
minutes.
left like 10 minutes,
Yeah.
to get something. So then I came back. He said, "Oh, I can take it." I said, "Really?"
Yeah.
Yeah, and, well, you know that,
We do follow, yeah.
you
but
start
it happened.
accumulating these things, we go take a license away,
Yeah, but
you know, so it's,
sorry what happened.
you gotta
but
tell you, you
Try
know.
to be.
And you said that this Sandeep doesn't work for you anymore?
Pardon?
You said Sandeep doesn't
No,
work
he
for
was filling up for me. No.
He fills in for you?
Yeah.
you? Okay.
So he's like part
But he, well, if he keeps doing it though,
No, he got strict,
Yeah.
actually.
hopefully.
Mr. Chair,
Alden Weigel.
do you have a cigarette license?
We do.
Yeah, and does everybody see this video that the cigarette manufacturers make? Right? Does everybody have to still do that online training, cigarette?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the same things apply as far as not serving to minors. So just make sure that people look young, that you have your staff card.
Yeah, but I would, we usually do actually, but it's just bad timing, I would say, just
Mr. Chairman,
if you.
Alden Bartlett?
I think the thing is every time anybody comes in for licenses, we tell them about the program that Westell's has, that they go out and check. And these things are televised. I think everybody's pretty well versed that they know we're going to do this. And we do it on a regular basis. We do it consistently. And especially when we get an offender, we obviously will go back. So it just kind of boggles my mind why people don't. The simple thing with this one is, with these sting operations, is all you have to do is somebody says, "I'd like to buy whatever they want to buy." All you have to say is, "Do you have a license?" And they'll say, "No, I don't," and you don't serve them, and they're gone. It's not like they give a fake ID, or it's not like they switch an ID with somebody. It's a real simple process, and just not asking for an ID. And this person, the people that do this, they don't look 21, they don't look 18. It amazes me how they can get away with it. But if you don't comply, you could be in front of us again, and that would be possible revocation or shutdown or something. So
Sorry about that, it
Yeah.
happened, but,
don't have to
Just gotta tell them to be
apologize.
strict.
I'll move the place on file.
Second.
Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, Lisa
You're good.
Branson.
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, first, number 6 is about the robbery and everything. That's not why I called her in front of us. I mean, it's unfortunate, you know, the robbery thing.
Yeah, very
So, do I have a motion to place number 6 on file?
I'll move to place number 6 on file.
Second.
Any further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Did you hear what I just said?
Yes.
It's nothing to do with robbery.
Okay.
It's the other one. I'm
Okay.
getting constant calls about noise,
Okay.
especially when you close. People yelling to somebody, you know, half a block away, and it's from the senior housing, it's from the other apartments, it's even from, 65th Street there.
Okay.
And we can't do this. We can't keep doing this. I don't know if you have to walk out there with them or what you have to do, but you have to stop that.
Well, once I got this, I did discuss with my business partner, we're getting new security and stuff, people that, we're gonna get a company and that, will be more outside, to make sure we tell our guys to go outside and they go out for a couple minutes, then they come back in, they need to make sure everybody's gone before they leave, so I do
Yeah.
apologize about that.
Yeah, I haven't seen your door open, so hopefully you're keeping your door closed.
Yep, I don't,
Well, now you will, obviously.
all my latches are off my windows and everything, yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, I did everything you guys said, I don't have anything open, so,
But I just, the people around there, especially in that apartment building, they pay good money for rents, and they're already asking me to take all the parking off the street on
okay,
Greenfield Avenue, and so, we may have to do that if that's what it takes.
okay,
Or close you down for a little while to make our point.
okay.
Mr. Chair,
Alvin Weigel.
you mentioned you're gonna hire a security firm.
Like actual security guards from a company.
Yeah.
Like right now we just have,
Have you been,
we have security, we just,
I understand that. My question is, are these people gonna be armed?
I think you have the option. I don't,
Yeah, I guess. I prefer that you weren't operating the type of place that needs armed guards.
oh
guess
no,
is
I
what
would,
it
I,
is.
yeah, I mean,
I guess it's what it is.
It's more the thing of that we have, the people now just, they aren't consistent. So if I got a
You're
company.
talking about like an internal employee that you hire a
Yeah,
doorman
like a
or
security, yeah,
something,
yeah.
yes.
So I'd rather
So
go
hire
with a
some sort of
company where they
trained
are
and
trained
licensed-
to do
yes.
this. I wouldn't, no,
I-
I wouldn't get like armed.
I understand and
an armed-
appreciate that. I'm,
Yeah.
I just have I'm not anti-gun.
Mhm.
I just don't, I don't want somebody operating a licensed establishment in our city
Yeah.
where you feel you need armed guards.
I don't
would,
feel I
I'd
need
like
armed.
to see you change your business model then if that's what
Yeah.
it's coming to.
Oh, no,
So,
yeah.
you know, Be a
It's-
little less popular maybe, or whatever
Okay.
it is.
Yeah, that's a number of people have done, so.
Mr. Chairman, this is
Alvin
one
Bar-
that-
Alvin Barzil.
do you have a smoking area?
Yes.
Is it right out front?
It's
or-
on the side.
They got a side patio.
Like on the
patio?
side.
Very good.
So I mean, we do leave that open, but it does, it's noisier with the 65th people too.
Yeah.
So we close that usually at a certain time, and then people go out front. So it's like we have, neighbors on all sides,
Right.
of that. So I don't know. Do you have any suggestions on what,
Just
Well-
ask them when they go out there
just to
to
be?
be quiet, because
Okay.
people are
You know,
trying to
maybe
sleep.
maybe you kick a couple people out,
Mhm.
and you let the customers know that the
Okay.
reason those people aren't welcome here anymore is because of their behavior.
Okay.
And you send that message to what you will allow
Okay.
and the kind of patron you expect.
Okay.
maybe a sign, please respect our neighbors.
We have one on our
Yeah.
front,
You
our
do.
front door when they go outside. So
Alvin Barzil.
Just back to the smoking area again, and a lot of times they can take the alcoholic beverages out there. And I think one of the worst things the city ever did was to grant these extension of premises and or et cetera, to taverns that are in neighborhood areas. I've always voted against them, and it's extremely difficult. But I know that I said it way back then that this is going to cause problems, and here it is. This is like the first one, and I'm sure it's not going to be the last that's going to be in front of us. But this is a reaction of us getting gun happy with smoking decks and patios, and now it's up to you to control it.
Okay.
Unfortunately, so. But that is a lot of times where the problems come from, is from that area.
Did I have a motion?
Move the place on file.
Second.
Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Just take care of those things.
okay. Thank you.
Okay, Dan is not gonna be here, we're gonna hold this and call him in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Okay, Jose Franzen. This is a new application. Drunken Duck. Okay, let's see, you got real time. Okay, you got one thing written down here, as far as, when it says, have you ever been ticketed, arrested, convicted, or fined? 07, possession of THC, convicted. 08, possession, consumption of alcohol beverages minor. Another possession of controlled substance, 08. You know, we want you to write all these things down.
Oh, when I asked her, they just said just looks like the current, so I didn't know to go way back. I didn't.
Have you ever been ticketed, arrested, or convicted? I mean, it doesn't give any time limit on it. And so, you know, we just,
Mr. Chairman?
Alderman Barzak.
And at any time, did they ever tell them, oh, you don't have to write anything except the current stuff?
No, we tell them to try to remember as far back as they can.
Thank you.
So, but now going back to the possession of ones were 7, 8 years ago. And operating while revoked was just a month ago.
Yeah, it was dismissed when I went to court.
I see that.
Mr. Chair?
Alderman Weigel.
The concerning thing for us is drugs, and then you have, in 14, you have an operating while intoxicated here in West Dallas. Okay, and that shows us that at least on this one occasion, you made some very bad choices for yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, well, have you bartended ever anywhere?
Yeah. Well, I started recently,
Okay.
but like that's all.
There will be times when you're gonna have to tell a customer he's had enough to drink.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, at least on this one occasion last year, you couldn't make that decision for yourself, you
Wow.
know, and we're concerned that you're gonna have a hard time making that decision for other people too. So, you understand that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, you've taken all the classes and all that, right? So,
Yeah. I took off. I haven't even drank or anything. Like I literally just been focusing on work and doing better.
do you have a full-time job besides this? You do something
Yeah.
else?
I just got a promotion. I'm an assistant manager at Best Buy now.
Okay, so you work here in Greenfield?
No,
Oh.
inside the Southbridge Mall.
Oh, okay. So you have a full-time job there, and this is just gonna be a couple days a week? Or?
It's gonna be 2 nights that I wanted to do.
Like I said, we haven't had any problems recently there. The former owner, we had some problems there, and you know, you just gotta watch everything. So do I have a motion on this?
Move for approval, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Is there any further discussion?
Mr. Chairman?
The
Alderman
speech?
Barzak.
Just reading the two convictions, I believe they're actually the same one. If you go into the conviction 5714, which was operating under the influence and a passenger under 16, and then if you go under the convictions, it's 517 operating while intoxicated. I believe that's the same incident. Am I reading that right?
Yeah, it looks that
Or
way.
the bottom one.
I would
Yeah,
bet,
yeah.
Okay. So he had 2 drug convictions back in 07, 08, which is quite a ways ago, and then now this technically 1 OWI. And just to finish off with that, the OWIs and the drugs, as they stated, is what we look at.
Yeah.
If it continues, it could lead to revocation. So
Alright.
to make that
Yeah.
kind of clear to you. So now you can give the speech.
This-
Alderman
But
Weigel.
it's your turn to give the speech.
gotta vote.
You're good at it.
No, we got to give the speech.
The speech and
This
then we
is,
gotta vote.
and this is also
For
for
everybody.
This is for anybody in here applying for a bartending license.
Alderman Weigel, you get the floor.
You're out.
There'll be problems at the bar you work at. I mean, we hope not, but something's going to come up.
Right.
And if you ever think, should I call the police? Call the police. Okay. And when the police come, we expect you to be helpful with the police. We expect you to be able to give a clear identification of what happened, who did it, everything you know. You're not gonna cover up your buddy for your buddy, you know. or, you know, whatever's going on, we expect you to be helpful with the police. We had, liquor store owner in here earlier, because we occasionally send people not of age into licensed premises to try to buy stuff. You'll get a very expensive ticket. You may get fired out of that too. You
Yeah.
know, so card people, okay?
They have security at the door, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, well,
Like, during the
but I
regular
got news
days,
for you. When the ticket gets written, it doesn't get written to the security guy, it gets written to the server,
Okay.
okay?
So even if there's security, you still want like the card, like at the
Well, that's gonna be something, a policy for your establishment. I mean,
Okay.
if, you know, Drunken Duck has somebody cards everybody at the door all the time.
yeah. Or on the weekend, that's
On the
when I'm gonna be
weekend,
working,
you're
so
working
they have
weekends,
some
okay.
bouncer right there.
You know, having somebody there carding doesn't suddenly mean, you know, if it was me working there, I would still card people,
Okay.
okay? Cause it's gonna, like I said, the ticket's gonna come to
It's
you,
gonna come on you,
you know.
right.
What am I forgetting? Oh. When we look at our police reports here from problems the tavern calls where we have to send the police in, we get this kind of highly intoxicated. The word's highly intoxicated, customers are highly intoxicated. You took the class just recently, so you know it's against the law in Wisconsin for a licensed bartender, that's you, to serve somebody that's drunk. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I wanna make sure they're still making that clear in the class.
Yeah,
Cause
I
it's been a
understand.
few years since I took it.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carried.
So the actions that this committee
Yeah.
takes tonight still have to be acted on by the entire council. That'll be the first
November 3rd.
Yeah, November 3rd. And then if this will be approved, you know, anything that's not controversial out of here will be approved, and the council will approve it, and then the license will be available for pickup the day after, on Wednesday. And if you don't pick it up by like mid-afternoon, by 3 PM, they're gonna mail it to you.
Okay, so
So-
Wednesday of November, you said?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So you don't have a license yet,
Right,
so,
okay,
but you will on November 4th.
okay.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you.
Okay, thanks. Stephen McClintosh? Clintosh?
Macintosh.
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 Yes,
That's not an I, that's an L.
well, that's a typo. Stephen McIntosh here?
Okay, we'll hold it. Jason Polowski? Okay.
Good evening.
Okay, you're gonna be.
Taking over Jay
taking
Beans?
over Beans?
Always been,
Always been there, you just becoming the agent?
yes,
You're not changing the name, right? Gonna
not
stay
right
the
now.
same.
Not right now.
Okay, so you know all the rules and, because you've been doing this and everything, so. Okay,
Mr. Chairman,
Alden Barzer.
you have a few things on your record at OWI way back in '08, and then some minor stuff after that. And I don't think you had to list anything. So,
Yeah, I just, when you guys were talking to that last person, I didn't realize,
No, it's a different
yeah,
application.
different application, so.
Yeah, your application doesn't have the same line that a
Yeah.
bartender's application does.
Seeing what's on there, et
okay, I
cetera.
say I didn't,
Yeah.
I move for approval.
sorry.
I'll second.
I will second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Okay. Clemente. Clemente. What is that? Via. Sorry, Renee gets me all the time. So you're taking over Ron.
Ron's Pub.
Correct.
Never heard of it.
Have you done this before?
In this industry, yes.
And so,
Mr. Chair,
Alden Weidel.
so what, could you just tell what your background is, where have you worked and?
Yes, in the Milwaukee area, I managed for a corporation, Buffalo Wild Wings, for over 3 years. I worked for the Chorro family for pitches and Miss Katie's Diner for 3 years. I managed Charcoal Grill for over 3 years before they downsized. And then back in the Chicagoland area, I worked for famous place Lou Malnati's Pizzeria and did college internship through them from 16 to 23.
Okay. And so you come from more of a food background. Are you gonna upgrade the food there or anything?
No.
Or just gonna keep
No.
it pretty much the way it is?
No, all the establishments I was at were basically bar oriented. Buffalo Wild Wings, Charcoal Grill. So
Yeah, I always think of those as restaurants.
they are.
Compared to Ron's Pub, which is a bar.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Mr. Chairman,
All in Barzak?
I believe that in our box, we have the police record that they gave into it, and there's pretty spotless. So with that, I think you heard all the lectures from everybody else. You heard,
correct.
you saw somebody in front of us that didn't check IDs
Correct.
when we sent them in, et cetera. So I think you kind of know what's going on.
Yeah, I've been Oak Creek, Pewaukee, for most of the corporations. It was always red card, green card. Someone would come in and look 40, and the bartender or myself was there and carded them. You got a green card, and if not, you got a red card, which was the fines and tickets coming. So I've dealt with that before in the past.
Excellent. Move for approval.
Second. Moved in second. Any further discussion?
Mr. Chair,
All in Weigel?
bands? You gonna do bands, live music?
No, I mean, we're gonna have.
Well, you check the box.
Yeah, I mean, you
Instrumental
never know.
musicians and bands,
I'm not
yeah.
planning on it right
Okay,
now.
so you're not
but-
like, it's not gonna be like a dance club or.
No,
live
no,
music
no,
place.
no. Just for the price of the license, it
Yeah.
makes sense to just cover
Yeah,
everything. You know.
but no pool tables, you're not gonna put, I'm trying to remember how big it is, I think it had a
There's a
pool
pool
table.
table.
yeah,
Pool
but
table in there.
we're pulling it out.
That was
Oh,
for
no.
your benefit to take it up.
Yeah.
Well, where am I gonna shoot?
Yeah.
Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion
luck.
carries.
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Erica, I was just gonna say that. Not doing too good today.
Today.
Well, Sing Stock spoiled me, what can I say? Okay, this is a new application, and 7731. What's that bar there?
70th and Beach, or what's it called now?
Boosters.
Boosters.
It was
Oh, it's
Quenchers.
right.
It was
previously, we
Quenchers.
just bought
Okay.
it.
No, yeah.
Okay, have you bartended before?
Yeah, I've had a standing license for 12 years. So
A what?
a standing license for 12 years.
In Milwaukee or?
Not in West Dallas. South Milwaukee, Ashland, Milwaukee, and previously West Dallas actually. In 2008.
Okay,
So, Mr. Chairman,
all in Barbara.
at some time not too long ago, you got busted for tending bar without the license?
Yeah, we have court tomorrow morning actually.
What happened?
The owner left and left me on premises. He had an emergency with his daughter, and there was a fight, and it was all just really incredible how it all happened. And I kicked him out. What I didn't know was that one of them went down the street and smashed a window of somebody's car. And so they came over to talk to me, and I was like, absolutely. Like, looked at it on the camera. I'm like, we have it all on camera. We're gonna figure out who this guy is. I'm like instantly on Facebook trying to figure out what his name is and everything. The police came in. Keith still wasn't back, and I was there. Like, I don't know. I work for him at another bar and have a license with him there, and he just needed me to fill in. He had nobody to work for him, and I'm like, okay, but you know, and we both knew that he had to stay there.
And what's amazing is, after that incident, it's 5 years before, and it's the same incident actually. License not on premises in Milwaukee County.
That's never happened to me before.
I'm
Driver's license or?
License not on person.
license not on person. That
Yeah,
could be
that's
driver's
driving.
license.
That's
that could be
driver's
some-
license.
Could be something else.
You've been ticketed a couple times for driving without a license on your person? You pull over for
Perhaps.
something else, so you don't have.
Yeah,
a
and I
license.
don't have it. Yeah, I
She
mean,
probably was suspended or revoked, and then when she gets her license back, that's typically what they amended to, is with license without person.
Okay.
So, the case in point is, he had nothing for like 5 years when that came up. So, I think you learned your lesson. I'll move for approval.
Second.
Okay. Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carried.
Thanks for
Thank
coming
you.
in.
Melissa Sarinsky. Everybody I get right here, it's not here.
Unless that young lady's applying for a bartender's license.
Okay, we'll hold that.
Yeah, right.
Orlando,
Yeah,
Just that long.
so we're way down here.
somebody, okay.
One person got it right my whole life.
I,
Dad?
okay. Okay, so new bartender's license, do you have a place that you're,
No, I was just putting something to my portfolio.
that was before you go out?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what you put down
I
here.
don't understand this. Is this two different people?
Okay, possession.
Is this him?
Okay, yeah, possession was in 2004. There was a battery, oh, that was dismissed, I'm sorry.
Yes.
And in 2008, another
What does
possession.
this mean? Here.
Oh, that was something. that was
Then you had one
on
in
that-
2010
it's the same
again.
person. This is him. It's all him.
This is him.
They
too.
want to, no, 2010, we're talking 5 years ago, but there's definitely a pattern here with you know, marijuana,
Yeah.
you know, that you have it. You know, let's see, 4 years, 2 years. You know, a lot of, the reason why we always look at drugs, because a lot of drugs are passed through bars.
Yes, yes.
You know, and if I see a bartender that, you know, has a lot of drug conviction or current
It
drug
wasn't like
conviction,
it's something else.
you know, I say, well,
Didn't show up and it
he's
turned
not
into
gonna
a
stop
felony.
anything, it may
So
be
he
part of the
actually has a
problem.
felony conviction.
So that's one of the things we always look at, so. But, like you said, you're just gonna be looking around, so.
Mr. Chair,
Alderman Weigel.
Orlando, your record shows in January of 2010, it says here, possession of THC convicted, Milwaukee Police Department, felony fugitive warrant. So 5 years ago, can you tell me, so you have a felony drug conviction?
No, not from 2010, no.
Well, that's what the record says.
Well, that could have been when you went to court.
Yeah, I don't know if they,
But you do have a felony conviction?
I did, yes.
Yes. And what was the outcome of that? Did
It
you
was,
do
it was,
time?
it was
or-
in, that was in Illinois, and it was, no, they just gave me probation,
Yeah, and what was it for?
possession.
Yeah, like intent to deliver or?
No, possession of marijuana, just possession.
Possession of the access.
But how's it become, I guess I don't,
I don't know how it was, I don't know.
What's this?
You had a
But
lot
from,
of it.
but
It may
from
be a felony under
2010,
Illinois law, I don't know it.
it was, I think it was just like a cigar I got caught with. That's why I'm confused with that one.
yeah, cause I would personally have a real problem approving
But it
somebody with
says-
a felony drug conviction
But it's-
bartending.
It says convicted Milwaukee PD. Well, that could have been the fugitive
I
warrant
assume-
though.
That would have been in Milwaukee. You
I
had some.
I never had a warrant for
Anything in
marijuana
Milwaukee?
Was there
no.
anything that you were
I had a
on
warrant in
probation or?
Racine for
Okay.
revocation, driving under revoke. I took care of that, and that was a while ago. That was around that time too.
You said you got probation or parole for?
Probation.
Okay, did you not comply with probation at one time and they put a warrant out or?
No, no, ma'am. I don't know.
But the felonies for the drugs.
If it was for the one in Chicago. The ones here were misdemeanors from.
When was this warrant from? Do we know?
2010.
It says
January 4,
1/4,
2010.
yeah.
So warrant from your OAR case or your representative license was issued in August of 2011. So it couldn't have been from Racine.
Yeah, that's why I don't. That's new to me, and I thought it was 2008, if I'm not mistaken. That's why I don't.
Unless they amended it down. Because they could charge him with a felony and then.
And then,
have to-
yeah, because that's
then-
what it
is that
usually
happened?
happens.
And then it went down
And
to
then
a
it, yes, and then
misdemeanor
it drops down the first,
Sometimes
the
they don't
first
show the
case or the
dispose
first
on
court
the-
date.
on the record. But that's what he was arrested for, was a felony amount for the possession of THC.
Yeah, and that's on the arrest section as opposed to the
And I
conviction
think
Right,
the only
gotcha.
reason why they did that is because your first was a misdemeanor, and then your second,
Well, it
they
just,
automatically charge.
that just says to me
no matter
that
what
you got
are.
arrested in '04.
Yes,
And
that
then you
was
got
the-
arrested in '08, you didn't learn your lesson from, or you forgot, you learned it and then forgot the lesson, or just weren't getting caught. I guess that's what concerns me.
I see 3 convictions for THC. CCAP.
Right, 4, 8, and 10.
Yeah, 4, 8, and 10.
Yeah.
So it's just,
Yeah, are any of them felonies though, or are they?
Not in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
so there is a pattern, but it's been 5 years since the last one. A little over 5 years, 5.5 years, so.
What do you do full-time?
Carpet cleaning. I own my own carpet cleaning business.
Your own business?
Yes.
Do I have a motion on this?
Move to approve based on the fact that for past 5 years, there's nothing. Well, there's some traffic stuff.
Yeah.
Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Carl Williams.
How you doing?
Okay. Okay, this is a new license. You don't have a place yet either?
No, I filled out a application here in Milwaukee, West Ellis and Milwaukee.
No, I think he means what particular places you think you'd be working at.
Yeah, in West Dallas, the license.
A friend of mine, Molly, that works at a bar in Milwaukee, she told me it'd be best if I fill out application Milwaukee and West Ellis just in case. If I don't get it, if I get a job a day or two here, I can try to get one a day or two in West Ellis.
So where in West Dallas do you think you'd be working? You don't
I
know?
haven't,
No
no, I
idea.
haven't.
You haven't applied yet.
Haven't applied yet because she told me it don't even make sense to apply because no bar is gonna hire me because she has one in Milwaukee and West Ellis. She said no bar is gonna hire me without a license.
Mr. Chairman,
Alden Barzai.
I'm looking at the record, there's some pretty serious stuff, but it was like 15 years ago.
Yes.
Not even gonna bring it up, and after that, you've had speeding in Menominee Falls in 2013. You did write down that it had to do with drugs, and that's what it says, and some other stuff, so. Based on after 15 years, all you've had is a speeding ticket, I move for approval of the license.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Is there any further discussion?
Mr. Chair,
Alden Weigel.
I think you said on here you did 87 months in prison?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Was that for a felony conviction, or was that?
Yes.
So you have a felony drug conviction in Wisconsin?
Yes.
Yeah. I might not. I might not.
Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
No.
Okay, was that, who said no?
Route.
No? So we got 3 and 2. Okay, now this is gonna go in front of the council. It was 3-2 vote here, and there's 5 other people that have to vote, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, that'll be on the, what'd you say, 4th?
Third.
3rd?
November 3rd, we'll know on November 4th. We can call.
What you can be there, you care to come to the council meeting. Nobody's gonna ask you any questions. What probably is gonna happen, it's gonna come up and the chairman reads out his report. That one's read out separate because it was a split vote. At that point, people are gonna say, who did you and why did you vote which ways? And people will defend their
People being
vote.
other aldermen.
Other alderpersons will defend their votes, and then it's up to the 10 total. But you can be there if you care to. You do not have to show up.
Okay. What day is this?
That would be
Tuesday.
next Tuesday, November 3rd, at 7 o'clock in the council chambers.
All right. All right. Appreciate it.
So,
Thank you.
John Kabinski.
Kabasinski.
Kabasinski, yeah, that's right, another one here, so. Okay, you're applying for the 57 bar,
Yes, sir.
and we don't, once again, it's a place that we don't have a lot of problems with. We don't want a lot of problems with.
Mr. Chair,
Alden Weigel.
I think the reason you're here is because you have 2 OWIs on your record, and did you hear what I said to the
Yes, sir.
gentleman before about, or the gentleman or young lady, about it, that shows that at least on a couple of occasions that you made some bad decisions.
Yes, sir.
Do you live in the neighborhood of 57 Bar?
I do, well, I
close,
just recently
52.
moved into Burnham Village Apartments.
Okay, yeah, so, and because you don't have a driver's license currently?
No, I don't.
Okay, And you heard what I
It's
said before.
self-imposed punishment.
Oh, okay.
The suspension of the license was for 30 days and alcohol assessment. And I've just refused to go and get my driver's license back.
Okay.
It's a self-imposed punishment.
You heard what I said about serving people when they're intoxicated, you're gonna have to make some choices for them and all that?
I currently do have my Milwaukee bartender's license, and on Saturday nights I do bartend in Milwaukee. And I've never had any problems.
Okay, where do you work in Milwaukee?
It's called JJ Stripes. It's located on 15th Place in Oklahoma.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, this past Saturday, I did refuse service to 4 individuals because they did not have identification.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're aware though, if you get another, you say you don't have a driver's license, but if you get another OWI, then we'll.
3 strikes, you're out.
You know, then you'll be back in front of us taking the license away, so. Do I have a motion on this?
Move approval.
Second.
Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
After the fact, I see your hat. Did you serve in Iran or
Vietnam, sir.
Vietnam?
Yeah.
Air Force?
Marine Corps.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir. I'd like to say it was a pleasure, but it wasn't.
Patel,
Totally understand.
Patel, Brian, Patel, the Vapor Bar. Well, they were here before.
Yeah, I remember that. You remember, yeah.
They withdrew the
They were
application.
being called in because they said they were going to withdraw the application, and it's been a while and we haven't had any contact with them. So any licenses that have been
Mm.
outstanding for a while, we've asked them to appear to give us an update.
And it was non-existent. Yeah, but this wasn't
We
issued or anything.
we never issued
Right, but
anything?
you never made a decision on it because they had said they were going to withdraw it, but they haven't.
So move to deny based on non-appearance.
Second.
Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Uh,
That's the big one.
Right. All these people are here, correct?
okay,
They've been asked, yeah.
Right.
well, these are all the,
Still people here. Got it.
okay, we got everybody here. So, let me get my list here. First one here, that was Patel.
Yeah. And then is
Ricky
Ricky
Sargent.
Rick Sargent.
Yeah. Ricky Sargent here?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay,
How you doing?
okay.
I'm alright.
So what's going on?
I called Madison a few times. I asked him about, well, it used to be what? Just a seller's permit? And now it's called Wisconsin Tax.
Business tax
Business
registration certificate.
Yeah, so I called them up and I asked them, how do I go about getting this? And they asked me, what's your business? And I told them, and he said, we'll send it to you. Now I called him on Tuesday and I called him on Friday. Madison twice, and it just hasn't come in the mail. That's all I can tell you. That's.
Okay,
I'm just waiting for it to come. All they told me they were gonna send it to me. I asked them if there was a fee involved, and they said no.
well, I would recommend that you call them again and continue to call them until you get something from them. See if they just can email you something.
Well, I expected it to
You know?
be actually here today, or I actually thought it would be here on Monday. But as soon as I get it, I just bring it to her, which I'm assuming that it'll be that quick.
Okay, well, you gotta stay on it.
Are we gonna have a meeting? We wouldn't want to call back for next Tuesday. It's for
No,
the
it'd be
recess
too quick.
meeting. Yeah.
Because that agenda's on, already on
We don't know.
Thursday.
We don't know if we're gonna have a meeting. Well,
Let-
2 meetings next month.
Let's, if it's not in by, where's November? November 17th. If you don't come to the clerk's office by technically, I gotta go back till the Thursday before that. November 17th is our next council meeting, that would be the 12th. If you don't have it by November 12th, I would instruct Ann that you call him back in for the common council meeting of the 17th.
17th.
Next month.
Correct.
Alright.
Yeah, it'd be the third Tuesday.
Right,
But the agenda has to be finalized by the Thursday before that, which is the 12th. So if you don't have it by the 12th, she's gonna call you back in here,
That's fine,
all right?
that's fine.
Okay?
Good enough?
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Sarge.
Daniel Hillenty, this is for sale in.
Sail in.
Okay, Monica called me on this one. This guy is the owner of the building, and he's trying to rent it out. He said to her, he wasn't very nice, he said to her, he's not coming in. He thinks it's ridiculous that he has to come in, and he doesn't wanna pay the money. So I motion someone's a complaint.
Second.
So, I mean, it's just a, okay, who's gonna make that motion?
You did.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chair can make it.
Yeah, I know.
You can make it.
Okay, and, so you're just prepared, okay. Is there any further discussion on this? Think we're being too harsh?
Mm-mm.
No, he's got total disregard for us.
We'll give them a chance
He's
to.
got time to
Did
come
you
in
do-
and.
did
he's
you
got
talk
time
to him at all,
submit
Ann?
due
I talked to him
process.
also, yes.
And what exactly,
He didn't want to appear before the committee, he just wants to have the license and remodel his building. He didn't feel he needed to appear before the committee.
and how about the money, he didn't want to?
No, he didn't feel he needed to pay it on another $500, whatever the fee
Yeah,
is left.
$500 here, so.
Mhm.
Okay, is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
And they haven't been open for more than 30 days, is that?
Pardon me?
They haven't been open for more than 30 days as well, or?
Oh.
No, they have not
Okay,
been
I
open.
just wanna make sure when I'm
since
thinking
renewal.
that someone's complaint is right.
Edward Brown.
I do not see Amari here.
Let's see. What is he needs a registration certificate also, correct? And the
He did.
fire inspections.
I did get fire inspections in on him yesterday, and he did call me today, and he should be getting his seller's permit faxed to me by tomorrow. So,
If he doesn't get it on our agenda again.
then we'll do the
Same
same
as-
thing.
Same thing as we did with Sarge.
Yep.
Move to place on file.
Oh, no, this is all of them together, we're just kind of,
Yeah.
going through them. Jack Rabbit Slims.
Christopher Surges. Progress report.
More like a tortoise than a rabbit, I think.
You're getting close, I think.
Yeah, no, we're shooting for November 11th, 12th in that area for our soft opening. All the construction's done. I do have everything on the list. Some of the inspections should be coming in. Everything else I have, so I just gotta make copies and get those over to you. But yeah, all the construction's done. And this is Bill. He's our general manager. So he's been meeting with some of the guys for the inspections.
Inspection, yeah. I'm not sure about what everything has been communicated. There's been a couple different, like Trish and health, just a couple different things for me to do, and they said probably won't be a problem to come back in.
Oh, you mean when electrical
Some
inspector
minor,
came in?
yeah, some minor.
Yeah,
things.
yeah,
This is-
yeah.
okay.
And,
Yeah, they do that.
that's getting all taken care of. So.
Right.
Okay, well, we call everybody in, cause especially it's been a long time, I probably don't have to tell you
But
that though.
it's looking great though.
Yeah.
Really, really.
It'll be
nice.
good.
I mean, it's a complete overhaul of the place. That's why it's kind of taking.
I'm actually in a food service business, and a couple of people that I talked to, they said they're doing burger testings on Friday or something.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing some tasting already. So
Gotta be getting
menu's
close.
done and
Okay.
copy of the menu if you want to see it. But,
No, that's okay.
Excellent.
Yep.
We'll just,
Yeah, we're in good
checking,
shape.
so-
We're in good shape.
Well, good, good.
So I'll drop all that stuff off here to you.
Okay, that's good.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Annie's Kitchen,
There's a sign, I drive by.
how do you say your name?
Vigneshwar Basila.
Okay. What do we need here? We got a Wisconsin tax registration certificate, building inspection. Did you have health, you didn't have any inspections there or anything?
No, only the fire and plumbing came, but the other two I'm not sure. Like maybe they came when the restaurant was closed between 2:30 and 5. I didn't had a chance to follow up with them like yesterday. I stopped by and I dropped the license copy of my wife's.
The health
but I-
department, have they been in there?
Not sure. This place is attached to the gas station. The
Right.
lady in the person works in the gas station. She said one of the inspectors stopped by, but she didn't know which one. So I'm going to check with them tomorrow or like in the next couple of days, and then I'll
Okay.
update Monica.
Chairman, I suggest we do the same thing with the.
Well, but it's also here, as requested on July 29, 15, please provide a copy of your Wisconsin state driver's license.
He did
or
drop
anything.
that off
He did drop that
yesterday.
off?
Yeah, that was
Okay.
my wife's. It was almost close to expiration. Then she applied, and then they
Oh.
mail it in the. Nowadays, they don't hand it over right away. Like, they mail it after
Yep.
10 days. So it took some time.
Okay. So what'd you say, Garza?
To again, same thing, if the permits aren't through, et cetera, by the 12th, that we call them back in for an update.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you should have it by then. Like, yeah, I should follow.
okay,
up on
that's 2 weeks, just about.
Okay.
Very good.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
We had also a discussion. Discussion regarding 15-16 Class B beer and wine license not yet issued.
That was them.
That was what?
That was
That was
all of
all
them.
this? That was all them?
That was
Okay.
these, yeah.
And what about
That was,
a couple that we held?
Well,
They
they were
were
all
all
first-timers?
first timers,
Yeah.
so I would put them back on the agenda for the council recess of this.
Oh, yeah.
Can we get it
Next
out that
Tuesday.
quick?
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
You'd be s-
Okay.
You're not Erica, are you?
Yes, we would. Is she applying for a part?
She's Erica, but the wrong Erica.
With that, I guess I move for adjournment. Okay.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, and we sit here longer?